Okay, I just pushed the recording button because I'm playing with this thing now, and let me just get this over with. Okay, it's going to take you all day. It's a very quirky system. I'm even going to put how to clear the data, assuming you're using Chrome, the Chrome browser, because yeah, you'll probably need to at some point in time. I actually did it a few times as I was going through the application. When I try to log in without verifying my email address beforehand, I got stuck on that page. And I had to clear the data and, you know, just do it over again before I was able to get in. And you may come across that a couple of times as you get stuck on a particular page or whatever, as you're trying to figure out how to answer these questions. And I went ahead and did the cache thing, because with that application you're actually applying for 3 things. So even if I don't qualify for one, hopefully I'll qualify for another, one of the others. So I figure that's the fastest way to get this thing over with. So no, I probably don't qualify for the cash thing, but hopefully at least, you know, who knows. Alright. And the fares thing, you actually don't need the other link. You can do it on the same website. It's a separate application procedure, but you can start on the same website kind of thing. So, you know, which is what I ended up doing. Okay, let me just run down what I had to, yeah, like I said, I'm going to kind of describe what you have to do to clear the data, because odds are it is such a quirky system that odds are you will get stuck a couple of times. And yeah, it kept on telling me the username and password entered is incorrect, and giving me suggestions on what the password was supposed to be and all that kind of thing. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, no. I had to verify my email, and then even after doing that, it wouldn't let me in. I had to go and clear the data and log back in and all that kind of stuff. So, let's see. Well, check my Yahoo inbox. Email address confirmed. Congratulations. We successfully confirmed your email address. You may now log in. Except you can't unless you clear the thing. If you had attempted to do so before confirming your email. So, yeah. I'll go ahead and do the Chrome browser things. You got to go to the 3-dot menu, get the settings, the privacy and security thing. Clear browser data. And it's got one of those little arrow things you hit, and you choose your time frame. It's best just to stick to the last hour and then click the data, unless you have no problem remembering all your passwords. So yeah. Okay, login, complete account setup. That's what it finally got to once it allowed me to log in. Add a phone number or email for security. Yeah, I added another email because, and then it sends you a code and you verify it through that. As you know, boys and girls, my phone number is always changing. Okay, welcome. Our search did not yield any results. You can start a new application now. See, now this, I don't think there's going to be a problem as far as 2 applications being submitted, because it apparently has to green light you in order for you to even be able to submit a new application. So, whatever. I don't know. But finally got in there. I started a new application. Like I said, I went for cash assistance because with doing that, you're applying for the cash assistance, the food stamp thing, and the Medicaid thing, all in one. And you'll also see the fair fares thing in there, but that's another procedure. I went back to that after I had finished submitting the other application. Okay. Yeah, I tried to do the storage fees thing. What a mess. Yeah, that's another page I ended up freezing on and tried to clear the cache thing and had to close and open the browser a couple of times. Yeah, very quirky. Because actually there's only a few states that it even covers if you're trying to get them to pay storage. New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Vermont, and Massachusetts. Those are the only states you can enter. So I was going back and forth with that. You know, I was putting Atlanta, but there was no Georgia in there, and I tried to leave it blank, but it wouldn't take that. So the first one was, I don't know if it's Vermont or something. I don't know. Whatever. You would have thought it was Connecticut, right? But anyway. Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. So I ended up clearing the data again, logged back in, and then instead of trying to do that, I went back. I kept on hitting the back buttons until I went to the, got to the pay for storage thing. Do you need help to pay for any of these storage costs? I ended up putting no. And then hit next because, yeah, it wasn't liking anything I was doing. Okay, then it takes you to the application summary. And I wanted to adjust the amount I put for savings. Because I don't know what the heck I put in. I think I got a little careful. I put a little too much in there. And that was before they took out the $30 for the phone thing. So I was trying to readjust it. It froze the page up again. Because after you edit the amount you put in the savings, it asks you to answer a question. Let's see if I wrote down the question. No, I didn't write down the particular question. It was like, is there anyone else in your household that, I don't know, it's some kind of thing. Anyway, I was trying to click on no, but it wouldn't let me click anyone. Then I tried to click on yes, it wouldn't let anything. So I cleared the data, hit the back thing until I got back to the thing. Yeah, I just ended up submitting it like that. I left the thing unedited. I left the initial entry just as is because the thing just keeps on freezing on you. So it's just not worth the hassle. So yeah, then I downloaded because after you do that, you've got to, it tells you it'll take a business day for someone to contact you and set up an interview or whatever the thing is. The interview thing is supposed to be step 2. Step 3 is supposed to be you submitting your documents, and it gives you about a week. Okay, I submitted my application today, the 25th, and now all the documents had to be up there by the 7th of January or whatever it is. So I just went ahead and did that. I downloaded the app onto the Yahweh thing and was able to upload the documents through there. Which one I did? Let's see. Bank statement. It always wants a bank statement. Thank goodness I had one from, yeah, they sent me one from over there. So I did the bank statement thing, the residency letter, social security card, birth certificate. And what else? Oh, something else. I don't know. Hold on, I put it down here. Bank statement. There was 5 pages in there, so I did all 5 pages. Social Security card, residency. Yeah, birth certificate. That was it. Okay. That was for the first application. The other one, I thought it was going to be a bigger pain in the, because it mentioned the fact that step 1, put it on, I was submitted on whatever. You're not done yet. Step 2, to return documents. Hold on. Yeah, it said it was going to send me some kind of verification thing over the phone, but it never did, so I was waiting for that. I don't know what the heck that was all about. But maybe it went through the thing and found out it did that for the other application, so it didn't bother. I don't know what the heck. But, yeah, apparently with this one, we will call you within 1 business day to complete your interview on household members. No, that was for the other one. Okay. Alright, I'm mixing up my different things. Right. Okay, well. Okay, for the fair fares, they want a government issue photo ID, a driver's license from any state, passport from any country, expired government issued photo ID up to 3 years prior, U.S. Military ID, tribal ID, alien registration, resident, whatever, birth certificate. Anyway. The ones I chose was, again, the residency letter and the Mississippi driver's license. So those are the 2 things I uploaded. And when I first tried to do it, it said the system was unavailable because they were doing system maintenance, whatever. But then I closed the app and opened it again and tried it, and it was fine. So it's a very quirky system. You gotta be, yeah, kind of let it do its thing, because it's gonna do its thing. Yeah, during all this thing, I was going back and forth trying to find all this information, and I was doing, and then my bank started requiring me to verify every time I try to log in. Which got me remembering what a pain it was as I was traveling. And yeah, there's another. I've been passing a credit union thing, and thinking about it, but yeah, I'm going to be doing that. But I'm going to wait until this procedure is done, because now everything's pending, and I don't want to complicate matters by. But as soon as this thing is done, one way or the other, I wanted to clear out that bank account, not close it, but just reduce it, only leave a small amount and put it to a bank I can actually access. So I wouldn't be a hostage to this thing. Because, yeah, I was hoping that I wouldn't need a phone plan at all. And then my bank starts doing this again. which was a good thing because it reminded me, oh yeah, I still have to take care of you. So I'm going to take care of it as soon as this procedure is done. And yeah. So at this point in time, I looked at the Family Dollar thing again, and it's kind of out of the way, and I'm not even sure if it's worth the effort, but I suppose I don't know, whatever. Eventually, I suppose I'll make my way over there. But what I really have to do is get the super glue to fix this handle and get the 2 tote bags to replace this thing that busted up and have the backup there. Because, I knew these straps weren't going to be able to take too much. Really am surprised it lasted this long. But this thing's going to go. So, I still have one that's not broken, but why would I put when I know that that's going to happen? So, it's there, but I want a couple of tote bags that would really take the weight, and I don't have to worry about it so much. So that's what I really should be doing. So I'll go ahead and do that at some point during the week, and I probably won't do the Family Dollar thing right now because I don't. I was thinking, I'll just go over there and get another roll of paper towels, but I don't know. So, I don't know. But, yeah, the bank situation still has to be taken care of. So that will be done as soon as all this is dealt with. Yeah, by that time I probably will make my way over there. But again, what I really have to do is get the super glue and the tote bag things. And then I can deal with the bank once this thing is done, and really that should be it. And as far as the job situation is concerned, I'm going to try to focus in on my own thing, which means all the other stuff I was also thinking of tinkering with to add on to my freelance skill sets, that has to be put aside. Because the competition is still, you're still spinning your wheels, and the competition you're dealing with. See, if you're competing against people that have been in corporate, have been doing this in corporate America or whatever the little corporation world thingy for a few years, I'm not saying you won't, but you're going to be kicking it for next to nothing while they're really raking it in. So you are putting yourself at a disadvantage. I mean, if you want to do this, I'm not saying you have to be young and then get a job doing this, learn on the job and then go freelance, but it is looking like that. It's either that or you're going to have steel running through your veins. You're going to have to put up with a hell of a lot before you start to gain some traction and this kind of thing. The competition's fierce. So, and I've never had too much patience not to put up with that much BS. So that comes, again, with the job situation. So, well, you know what? It's really the platforms that I've been having to deal with, the Indeed, the Monster, and I'm like, you know what? And plus, I don't believe them anymore. So it's They put those applications there and they toss it there and whatever. I think I've already stated this, the fact that I would only bother doing this if I go directly to the company's website and do it through there, because I have had my fill of all these other platforms. So, yeah, it may just come to that. But, yeah, I am done with the things like Indeed and all that kind of, I don't know who the heck uses these things, and I don't even care. The way it's set up, you have to have such a employer's just fantasy dream of what constitutes a perfect employee to stand out. So I'm not even gonna, get away from me. So, yeah, but because as I was reading through all these things, there is a job requirement component to it. It's right. Where'd it go? I hit the frequently asked question kind of things. And do I have to work in order to get benefits? Okay, generally, if you are considered able-bodied, you have to comply with the agency work requirements. There are various ways to meet the work requirements, such as being enrolled in an HRA-approved education training program, or being enrolled in an approved 2-year or 4-year college degree program, or if you are currently employed full-time. There are exemptions based on age, medical and physical limitations, and other considerations. You should speak to your worker to discuss any possible exemptions for which you or other household members may qualify. But remember, the goal is for you and the members of your household to become self-sufficient. So, seeing that at some point this may again become something I'm going to have to I'm going directly to the websites, because these other job sites, unless they require me to put in a certain amount of applications, and I'm just, So I've had to redo a lot of, rethink a lot of the. So we'll see. Okay. So, from KKK to CIA. At this point, it's regaining my focus, getting all these other things the heck out of my way, eliminating, getting settled, whatever I need to get settled, figuring out what the requirements are, what I'm dealing with, so I can just go ahead, tackle that, and get back to focusing on what I need to be focusing on. So as I said, I'm not going to get the table and desk chip, but I'm not going downstairs either. I will. It'll come together. It'll work out. However, it has to work out. I already got the new notebook thing from the Dollar Tree thing, whatever, and I'll just organize it that way. Once that's, I can go ahead and since I can't really spread myself out and just do whatever I usually do. So it's just going to have to work out like this. But that means I've got to get rid of everything else, because that's going to come with its own challenges. And dealing with my bank the way I meant to deal with it when I was in San Juan. I just wanted a local bank just to have it, so I didn't even have to deal with. That still has to be done, and will be done. And if the job thing becomes a requirement, go directly to the company's job site and try not to even deal with these other platforms. But anyway, I'll see how that works out. Okay, so can't really get the even request the storage thing unless it falls within those states I've mentioned. Once you put in the initial thing, it may be an issue for you to edit it. So hopefully it's not such a big mistake. And you're just trying to get, well, you're just getting a little too anal about it and trying to fine tune it. Yeah, it's not into any of that. So it's got character, the system. Okay, so very quirky. So you may or may not be able to edit your initial entries, and yeah, it may not even be possible for you to enter some of the stuff so you're gonna have to wait until you're actually talking to someone. If you want to make a note of it, you can do so, but yeah, this is, yeah, you have to just go with what it's got. And again, I'll put how to clear the data. Again, assuming you're using Chrome. And that's it. When you have this many distractions, you just got to eliminate everything on your to-do list to get back to it. Because there are a lot of distractions when you relocate. So yeah, this is ending up being as much about New York and relocating here as anything else. So, okay, that's it, because really, I'd like this just to be me to be just talking about my upcoming ebook kind of thing. But yeah, always certain details, right? Okay. All right. I don't know what is it now? It's Wednesday. I don't know. By the beginning of next week, will this? I don't even think about that. Next week is, let's see, Monday to Friday is the 2nd to the 6th. Week after that is the 10th. Surely I'll have everything done before that. I like to have everything done before the weekend, but yeah, always something cropping up. But I don't know. But next month's only a couple of days away, boys and girls. What is this? Okay. This is Wednesday, the 28th. Well, yeah. You're supposed to call me within one business day. And if I can do the interview this thing, then hopefully by the next week, I can get back to my... Here's hoping. Alright. So, from KKK to CIA. Next week, I'll keep my fingers crossed. I gotta eliminate everything else. Very messy, boys and girls. Well, once this thing gets settled, yeah, go back to taking care of my bank situation, because that's such a major pain. Yeah, it's no. Alright. It is 6:42 p.m. Wednesday evening, December 28, 2022, somewhere in Brooklyn. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will talk to you later. Take care.